Okay, onto the leaves. This is the color palette for the leaves, and I have some darker shades that will represent the darker part of the leaves, and it doesn't necessarily have to be all green. To get a painterly look, I find mixing up the colors, it really does add a little bit of interest to your artwork. So I start off with the blue, and I just added just on the edges of the leaf, and then I go in with my olive green dark, and I'm just stroking in some lines to represent the lines of the leaf. And then I'm going to go in with my moss dark, and I'm just adding in lines. I'm not really coloring it in. I'm just adding lines to represent the lines of the leaf. And then just on the top, I'm going to add the pea green, and that is representing the lightest part of the leaf. The leaf that would be mostly in the area pointing more towards the light. And then I'm going to go over the whole entire leaf with the olive green. And then I'm just defining the leaf a little bit more with the blue just on the bottom. I don't really want to add that blue to the top because then that would cover the pea green, and I do want to keep that lightness on the top. And I'm adding lines to represent the lines of the leaf. Then I'm going to go in with my blending stump, and I'm going to blend out the edges, but not too much. I still want to keep a little bit of the lines, and I'm blending it out just a little bit outside of the lines, just to give the effect of the leaves, the outside edges of the leaves. So I'm just giving a little bit more texture to the leaf. Now I'm going to go onto the other side and do the same process to these leaves. So I will just let you watch the process. Now there was a little bit of fallout, so I'm just going to take my little eraser and simply clean out some of the edges. And I'm going to take my kneadable eraser and just take off some of the pigment that might have fell out as I was blending. Okay, we're going to move on now to the last touch-ups and highlights. See you in the next class.